everybody, Jonathan here on Crossroads today, and we are trying to clean up this mess we made last time. We cut down a bunch of trees. I'm going to eventually move all the landing stuff and get it set up properly, sort of in the middle of this little cleared off spot we got here. But let's see if we can't get some of this cleared up. And there's even trees blocking the road over there, so we need to get all that fixed up and we'll get everything moved. I've got my helpers planting trees over on field 15, I think it is, 15 or 16. And I did end up buying another field. I was looking at it today, and it wasn't too terribly expensive. It was, less than 700,000, so I just went ahead and bought it. And I've got another tractor, I think, or let's see, it's field 13, I think. No, 18, field 18. So field 15, we're maybe halfway done with planting it, maybe a little more than that. We got two of them going, so it's a little hard to tell. It may be 3/4 of the way done. Field 16, we own that. We haven't started planting that one yet. But field 18, the little yellow dot, just sort of right in the center of the map, that's another tractor with a tree planter waiting on go. So all I got to do is, I tried hiring a worker and it didn't want to do it, so I'm not sure what was going on. If you could only have two, I thought you could have more than two. But anyway, we'll get another tractor going once those two finish up there. Besides, you really kind of need to let the helper plant the field all at one time, because if you leave the game and then come back, they want to tend to go different directions than you first started. So you had to really watch them. But I got the other two helpers planting field. What did I say? 16. Yeah, 16, 15. Excuse me. They got those going, and they're all in the right direction, so they should finish up before we're done with this video this time. So we'll get busy over here though and see if we can't get all this cleaned up. And let's see. This video is going to come out on Wednesday, I think it is, and so Monday would have been mod review on the cable skidder. That IMT 5131 was a pretty nice little mod, and like I said in the video, the only thing I thought was wrong with it was the lack of power just a little bit, and I would have liked a bit more ground clearance with the tires. But overall, pretty nice mod. I've really enjoyed using it so far. It's really helped out with getting all the logs skidded up to the landing, because with the grapple loaders, the limitation there is you can really reliably only pick up about 2, maybe 3 logs at a time. And with that cable skidder, you can hook up as many logs as you got chain, and you can, let the winch out and then winch the logs back to you if you have to. If you get into some rough terrain or something and need to do that. Also, this let's see, I'm recording this on a Sunday, so also this weekend, and when I say this weekend, it'll be this past weekend, but anyway, that's this weekend the FDR Logging's version 9 equipment, I think, came out. I think it's version 9. And supposedly, I haven't tested this out yet, but supposedly on the new maps that he's updated, he's got some new trees, and the new trees are a lot lighter than previous, and so they tend to work better in the grapples and the processors and stuff like that. So I haven't tried that out yet. I do have one new map downloaded, that is Emerald Valley. I believe that's version 5 of that map, and I'm gonna probably be testing that out and see. I'm probably gonna be starting a series on Emerald Valley, just to showcase the new map, or the updated trees, updated map, and the updated equipment, the version 9 equipment from FDR Logging. So be looking for that. We've got Pacific Inlet that we're continuing to work on. I've got high-speed logging number 4 well underway. I've got, at this recording, 17 videos. Wait, no, 16 videos, I think it is, 15 or 16, and there's 17 hours of gameplay recorded. and I'm probably roughly halfway. So maybe in the next couple 3 weeks or so, we'll have high-speed logging number 4 on Pacific Inlet. And if you're new to the channel or haven't watched any of the Pacific Inlet, go over there and check that out. I've got a playlist now of all of the Pacific Inlet videos, and what we're trying to do over there is cut down the entire map. And it won't be complete, it won't be 100% clear cut of Pacific Inlet, but it'll be of all the loggable areas, let's put it that way. So if you've got the swampy areas, the water areas, I am leaving some areas around some ponds and things for wildlife. And that's what you would normally do in real life, so we're doing it there too. And yeah, so just trying to basically clear cut most of the map. And it's been quite a challenge so far because the terrain and just the sheer number of logs or trees, I guess. So there's literally thousands and thousands of trees on that map. I'm not sure how many exactly. I heard one number on one of his maps was in the 30 to 40,000 range. So I don't know where this stands as far as tree count, but I've already cut down probably close to, we're probably up to about 7,000 logs cut now. I think last time I looked it was either upper 5,000s or lower 6,000s, and I've cut a bunch more since then, so I need to go look at that again. But anyway, we're doing quite a bit work there on Pacific Inlet, and it's been kind of fun. It's for getting just about finished up with everything on the right hand side of the road leading from the sawmill north to Catsea Lake. We're just about done with all that. Okay, so alright, we got a couple trees over here. Let's get all this out of the way, and then we'll be ready to get everything set up like it needs to be. Alright, come on, let loose. These logs are just so long. They get hung on trees back there, all kind of stuff. Alright, that's weird. I have to get the chainsaw and clear those limbs off. Yeah, ordinarily I would do a lot better with this, but it's been kind of tight in here, and I was just trying to get the landing opened up and cleared up so we could get everything set up like it needs to be. And it's always a little tough at first when you're trying to open up a landing. So we'll just kind of make a mess and come back with the grapple loader and clean it all up. I'll get my truck pulled around, get everything loaded up. Also, another interesting thing, which y'all will, let's see, I think I said this is going to come out Wednesday. So on Friday, I'm going to have another Ridgecrest video, and I've changed up tactics over there. I was using the cable skidder and or the grapple skid or whatever at the time, and I was skidding them up to this processor, actually, the TigerCat processor, which I had up on a ramp, and I was feeding those, like just cutting them like this, into the beast. Well, I thought, you know, maybe a little bit more efficient if I went ahead and processed them in the field and loaded them up onto a truck and then trucked them over. Problem with Ridgecrest is that it's so hilly, and I mean, there's no flat spots in the forest at all. So I was having to, well, the log truck got stuck a couple of times, and I was having to unstick it with the tractor. But anyway, I switched over to the Ponzi Scorpion to process them in the field, and then I was trying to truck them over to the to the process or to the grapple loader at the beast, but that didn't work out too well. Like I said, the truck kept getting stuck on high centered and stuff on the terrain, and so then I'm you'll see Friday, but I'm switching to the Ponzi Buffalo to actually forward the logs up to the grapple loader at the landing, and then I'll just grab a grapple full of logs and dump them into the beast, which seems to be working out pretty good. But where we do have a longer way to truck them and maybe a better way to get them loaded up, and where the truck won't get high centered on things, I am going to truck them, which will be a lot better because I'm cutting them in short lengths, and then I'll just use the 3 bunk trailer, whereas this one's I guess you could say the long logs. It's really just got 1 bunk in there, but the short one's got actually spaces for 3 bunks. You can haul a good bit of wood on that trailer, which is a bit longer, and they go into the beast a lot better is the main thing. Alright, well, let's see if we can't get this truck loaded up. I always forget these logs are a lot heavier too than over on Pacific Inlet. You grab a big bundle of these and you're going to be rocking and rolling in the cab. These trees are so long. believe that one got stuck in there. I thought it shook loose. Well, I tell you what, anybody that's watching, if y'all have this game and you don't have dual joysticks and you enjoy the forestry part of it, buy you some dual joysticks. Get your folks, if you're young, get your folks to buy you some dual joysticks. All you got to do is go on eBay. That's where I got mine. Just go on eBay, find you some used joysticks, preferably if you can find them, the ones that are made for either left-handed or right-handed folks. You need to find those. In fact, the ones that I have are Logitech Attack 3. That's the brand and model, and they have several buttons on them where you can set up, the opening and closing of the grapples, turning things on or off. Like if you're in the processor, you can turn the actual processor head on or off. There's just lots of things, and it makes life so much easier playing this game. And you have such better control over the grapple and the processor and things like that. It's just way much easier. At first I had just one joystick, and I've since thrown that one in the trash because it broke. There was a little directional pad thing that stuck up, and it broke off one day, and I tried gluing it back in and accidentally got some glue down in there, so it wouldn't even budge at all. But the cool thing, oh come on now, but the cool thing is that when FDR login, let's see, this machine right here, in fact, I think this is, let's see, he's on version 9 of his equipment, so I think it was somewhere along the lines of like version, I don't know, I want to say 6 or 7, maybe even as far back as 4 or 5. Anyway, he switched it to where you don't have to use a separate program to control your machines. In other words, like for instance, the Ponzi Scorpion is an in-game machine. It came with the game, and so you don't have to have any kind of special outside programs to run it. You just have to, get the game fired up and grab your controller or your keyboard or whatever, keyboard and mouse, and just play the game. But with the first few versions of FDR Login's equipment, there was no using the in-game stuff. It was either you use the mouse and the keyboard and you make do, or you use a separate program. And the separate program that I've been using is called Joy to Key. You may have heard me talking about that quite a bit. In fact, right now the only thing I'm using Joy to Key for is the Tiger Cat processor, because it doesn't use in-game controls. Let's see, I guess that log right there won't be a problem. I will try to get these logs straightened up just a little. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. I can't see what I'm doing when I'm at this angle. This may not work. I like to be kind of at a angle to the trailer so I can sort of see what's happening. It's a little tough when you're at this angle to know where exactly those, I'll call them tines or whatever are. It should be okay. Yep, and then it slides off the other side. Good grief. Okay, well I guess he's just not going on there this time. Tired of fooling with it. Okay. That's quite a load right there. Let's see if we can get this thing locked down and get it delivered. Yeah, I figured we'd have one or two on the top that didn't want to cooperate and get strapped down. Oh well. The neat thing about this map is you don't have to worry about offloading the logs down here. I was worried that we'd have to have some sort of a crane loader, grapple loader, or something down here to offload them, but you just drive through there and it sells them for you, which is kind of nice. Because we will eventually get some courseplay routes set up. I was going to do it a little bit ago, and I thought, well, I just better go ahead and get busy with recording, and I'll try to remember to do it off cameras to get some courseplay routes set up. Because this one will be a good one. Actually, the wood chip sell point, you can kind of drive through it, and then the logs sell point, you can for sure drive through it and sell the logs. That'd be nice. Alright, while we're doing this, let me check on our workers. Alright, they're about there, maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 more rows each, and they should meet in the middle. So we're doing alright there. And on field number 12, I did get all that wheat cut, and I've been working on picking up the straw bales that I made. Got everything, well, almost everything baled. Got a few more passes to go and get everything baled up. Yeah, so you just pull in here and drive over this spot right there. There we go. Got everything sold. I'll make a courseplay route to get that delivered. I definitely need to do that. This isn't a terribly big map, but just the driving back and forth is a little tedious. And as you can see, we got quite a bit to cut over here in this one little spot, and there's another one, well, a couple more smaller ones over on the right hand side, but probably just about as much. I mean, there's a lot of trees in there. Shouldn't take too long to cut it, because once we get going with the fellow buncher, it'll go pretty quick. But right now, let's work on getting the rest of this cleared up, and then try to get everything moved into place. Let's see, is that a piece of a log? Okay, yeah, it's just a piece of a log. Let's see if I can't get this truck in here a little better. Try to angle it. Of course, we'll be moving after these 2 sticks of wood anyway, but try to angle it in here a little better. Let's see what I'm doing. And we'll come around and get any wood chips picked up and little pieces chipped up and just get everything cleaned up. Let's see. If I move up just about like this, it should be good. I've got so much equipment on this map, I want to get that vehicle group switcher thing going. I don't know if y'all seen that mod. It's a mod that allows you to set groups or vehicles up into groups, and you can switch vehicles faster and better. You can basically just tab into it, kind of. I think you alt tab and then just click the number. I think it's been so long since I used it now. I don't hardly ever use it. I hate it when the walls get to shaking like that. Yeah, I'm going to get that cleared off first. Yeah, I'm really kind of excited about getting back to Ridgecrest. I worked a little bit last night getting everything kind of squared away and set up properly, and all the joy to key settings and stuff for the Ponzi Scorpion, which actually I ended up having to not even use that because, like I said, it is in game, but I just wasn't sure if the dual joysticks was going to work like I wanted it to with it. I ended up testing some things out, and it was working pretty good, so got everything squared away with that. Now let's see if I can clear these limbs off. Alright, and that's just about gonna do it for this little landing site, and we'll get all the wood chips picked up and the little pieces wood chipped or chipped up, and then be ready to set everything up. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of get everything out of the way. Oh, there's 2 more logs over here. Missed those. Yeah, workers are still going. That was close. Alright, well, let's just get our log truck set over here to the side, on the side of the road, and then we'll get everything cleared up. That'll work. In fact, I'll make a course play route to the sawmill. Oh yeah, I need to get my wood chip truck over here. I forgot about that. I bought a truck and a trailer and just never have got it over here yet. There we go. Yeah, if you're watching this on desktop and not on your phone, you probably noticed some changes. Maybe if you're on your phone, I'm not sure. You may have noticed some changes to the page here lately, and of course the end screen. I've got a nifty little template that I can use to put the latest video and the subscribe button. That's pretty cool. I've also made some changes to the cover art on the channel page. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But just put in the dates and the time of when I'm uploading videos. And I'm gonna try to stay pretty consistent with that. Sometimes, you know, I've got stuff going on and I just can't get it. Because usually what I'll do is I'll record ahead of time, and then I'll process the video the day before I put it out. and sometimes I get busy and I just can't get it released on time for that day. But I'll usually try to make some sort of announcement on Facebook. I need to start using Twitter a little more, but I'll definitely put it on Facebook that I'm going to be late that day, or it may come out the next day or something like that. But I'll try to make some sort of announcement. But I'll also try to stay pretty consistent. If I can, I'll try to get the videos pre-processed and loaded ahead of time and just schedule them for the correct time. Uh-oh, and it's a stump. But of course, it's always good to stay consistent. You know, if you are a regular watcher and you come to expect it to be out at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, then it needs to be out at 5 p.m. on a Wednesday. Unless something comes up, like I said, then I'll try to make some sort of announcement that it's either going to be the next day or late or something. But hopefully nothing bad comes up and have to miss. Piece. Alright, and let's get our wood chips picked up. Sawdust. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. You just wheel up to the sawdust pile and shoots it back there into the trailer. I have not experimented yet with a bigger trailer. This one seems to fill up pretty fast and it's just about full. Yep, it's full. So I either need to get another one or experiment with a bigger one. In fact, I tell you what, that one's empty. Let's go ahead and see if we can't buy a bigger one. Just see what happens. Okay, so this one, let's see, that's the 1500. There's the 2100. And it jumps to a 30. Well, that's 10,000 more. It's 40,000 and 45. And that one's going to be, I think that's just going to be too big. I don't need one that big. Tell you what, though, let's try this 45,000 one. Let's see what happens. We got plenty of money. I was planning on using some money to buy fields, but and let's see, maybe this truck will carry it. experiment with this trailer, and then we'll probably just about be ready to call it a video. I want to make sure that those workers planting those trees have a chance to get finished. But if we have to, I'll just let them go, and then I'll end the video and then watch them finish off camera. Yeah, it's handling it pretty good. But if it was loaded, the front wheels of this truck would be off the ground. Okay, so it pushes it out the back. Alright. Interesting. I am going to be making a new intro for the channel. Not intro for the videos, but the channel itself. Whenever, if you were to browse to it on the desktop, and then you know, sometimes people have intro videos that play. I'll be making one of those at some point. I think I've got some music picked out. Just got to get the footage. Okay, let's hope that this works. Oh yeah, it's filling up good. That's good. This way I can not have to empty the trailer out every time I make sawdust. The other trailer would have already been filled up, so I like this bigger trailer. Okay, now let's see if we can get everything organized and situated like we need it to be. So what I want to do is to have the trucks pull in right here next to this, well, right on the edge of the grass. So I need to get this tree cut eventually, but we'll do that later. The processor, let's see, all the trees basically are, let's see, I wonder if I shouldn't do it a little different this time. Because normally I have the processor, and then in between there's a bunch of trees where the processor processes them to, and then I have the grapple loader, and the trucks kind of pull in straight in front of the grapple loader. I'm wondering if I shouldn't, since all the trees are to the right and behind us, I should probably have the processor maybe, let's see, if we skid up the logs this way, it can process them over to the left. I guess we're basically kind of the same. So I'm going to put it right here. Then we'll put the grapple loader to the left of it. Logs in the middle. It's basically the same setup, only normally I have the log trucks pulling in. Pulling in front of the logs. This time they're going to be on the other side of the grapple loader. Like so. Alright, it is ready to go. Okay, well I'm going to work on getting course play route set up and make sure the workers over there planting those trees are going to finish and not run into each other and cause problems. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video, and next time we'll have course play route set up for delivering wood chips and logs, hopefully, since I've got the log truck over there ready to go too. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is Jonathan on Crossroads, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.